She sent me a text message that said, "I think maybe we need to break up." I shocked her by replying, "I agree. Your belongings will be on your front porch in an hour." Her follow-up text was a scrambled panic that read, "Wait, I was joking." But I was not joking. I am a 33-year-old male, and I was sitting at my desk reviewing quarterly reports when the notification came through. Ashley, who is 29, had been playing these mind games for months, but this was the grand finale she did not see coming. "I have been thinking. I think maybe we need to break up. This is not working anymore." I stared at the screen for maybe 30 seconds. I was not shocked, and I was not hurt. I was just relieved. She had been pulling this manipulation tactic every few weeks, usually right after she did not get her way about something. The last time it happened was because I could not take a day off work for a random Wednesday pool party her friend was throwing. But this time, I was done playing. Me. "I agree. Your stuff will be on the porch in an hour." The typing bubbles appeared immediately, then disappeared, appeared again, and then a flood of messages came through. "Wait, what? I was joking. Babe, I was just upset. Call me. This is not funny. I was testing you. Testing me." There it was. The admission. I put my phone on silent mode and got to work. I was not working on the quarterly reports anymore, I was working on the packing. It had been 2 years of her gradually moving in without ever officially living here. It was time to reverse that process. I started with the bathroom. There were 17 different bottles of shampoo. Why? There were face masks everywhere. There was that expensive hair straightener she just had to have. The medicine cabinet looked empty without her stuff in it. Good. I moved to the bedroom next. I packed her clothes. She had left them there for convenience. I packed the jewelry box on my dresser. I grabbed those decorative pillows that served no purpose except making it harder to sleep at night. I grabbed the fake plant she insisted made the room pop. Then, the living room. Her yoga mat. The books she never read but displayed for the aesthetic appeal. The blanket that matched the vibe of the room but felt like sandpaper against my skin. The framed photo of us from the wedding of her cousin. She looked great in the picture. I looked trapped. That was accurate. Finally, the kitchen. Her specialty coffee pods. The juicer she used exactly twice. The fancy wine glasses for the wine she only drank for Instagram stories. The air fryer she begged for, used once, and then complained that it took up too much counter space. It took 45 minutes. I had 6 boxes and 3 garbage bags. Everything was neat, organized, and ready for pickup. My phone had gone nuclear. 47 missed calls. I lost count of the text messages. There were voicemails I would check later for their entertainment value. I placed everything on the porch and sent her a photo. Me. Everything is outside. Please collect it within 2 hours or it goes to the curb for a donation pickup. You cannot do this. I pay rent. She texted back. She did not pay rent. She would chip in for groceries occasionally. And by occasionally, I mean twice in 6 months. I am coming over. We are talking about this. You are overreacting. It was a joke. A joke, right? Like when she jokingly threatened to burn my vintage band t-shirts because I went to my brother's bachelor party instead of her work event. Or when she jokingly posted on Facebook that she was single after I could not afford the expensive bracelet she wanted. Hilarious. 20 minutes later, her car screeched into my driveway. She was out of the vehicle before it fully stopped. Her mascara was already running down her face. Ashley started banging on the door. Open up. This is insane. I spoke through the doorbell camera. Your stuff is on the porch. Please take it and go. I am not leaving until we talk. She yelled. Then I will call the police for trespassing, I said. It is your choice. She grabbed the first box and threw it at my door. A real class act. Then she sat down on my porch steps and called for reinforcements. She put it on speakerphone, because of course she did. It was her mother. Sweetie, what is happening? Her mom asked. Mom, he is throwing me out over a text message. Ashley cried. What did the text say? Her mom asked. Ashley paused. I maybe suggested we break up, but I was kidding. Even through the phone, the silence was deafening. Ashley Grace, her mom said. You did not. It was a test to see if you would fight for me. She sobbed. Her mom let out a heavy sigh. Come home. We will talk. Plot twist. Her mom was on my side. I love that for me. But Ashley was not done. Oh no, this was just Act 1 of the entitlement show. Here is update number 1. 3 days later, Ashley's extinction burst was something to behold. Day 1 was denial. Day 2 was anger. Day 3 was bargaining with a side of stalking. First, she tried the classic I am pregnant move. The text arrived at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ashley. We need to talk. I am late. Late for what? I asked. My period. I might be pregnant. Interesting, I replied. You have been on birth control for years. Also, we have not been intimate in 3 weeks because you said I was emotionally unavailable. Birth control fails, she said. Sure, I replied. Take a test. Let me know if it is positive. We will handle it through lawyers, I texted back. You are seriously going to make me do this alone? You broke up with me, I replied. Remember your decision. Radio silence. Shocker. There was no pregnancy. Then came the assault on social media. She posted a selfie of herself crying with the caption, when you give someone 2 years of your life and they throw you out like trash over a misunderstanding. Her friends swarmed the comment section. Men are trash. You deserve better, Queen. His loss, babe. But some of our mutual friends knew the real story. My buddy Brian commented, did you not break up with him, though? Ashley deleted the post within 1 hour. Next, she tried the possession game. She claimed I still had things of hers that I did not return. She mentioned her grandmother's ring, which never existed. She asked for a laptop charger, which was actually mine. She asked for sentimental items. Be specific or shut up, I told her. Then she asked for money she claimed I owed her. For what? I sent one text message. Everything you left here was on the porch. You threw a box at my door and then left with all of it. I have the doorbell footage. Stop. Then she escalated to workplace drama. Yeah, she actually went there. She called my office pretending to be from my doctor's office regarding urgent test results. The receptionist put her straight through to my cell phone. I recognized her voice immediately. Impersonating medical staff is illegal, I said. Ashley. I needed to talk to you. This is harassment, I said. The next contact goes through lawyers. You cannot threaten me, she said. I know your secrets. What secrets? I asked. That you. Your browser history. My football highlights and cooking videos. I asked. Terrifying. She hung up. But the peak of her entitlement came when she showed up at my gym. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I was in the middle of a bench press when I saw her talking to the front desk staff and pointing at me. The gym staff walked over. Sir, this woman says she is your girlfriend and lost her key card. Ex-girlfriend, I corrected. We broke up 4 days ago. She is not authorized to be here. Babe, do not be like this, she yelled. She texted me breaking up, I told the staff. I agreed. Now she is following me. Security got involved. She was escorted out of the building. Her membership was flagged. She screamed about me ruining her fitness journey. The girl had not been to the gym once in the 2 years of the membership that I paid for. That afternoon, I got a phone call from her friend, Jessica. Jessica. You need to take Ashley back. Me? Why? She is sleeping on my couch and crying constantly, Jessica said. It has been 3 days. Sounds like a you problem, I said. She made a mistake, Jessica argued. Everyone tests their relationships. Healthy people do not, I said. She is threatening to do something dramatic, Jessica warned. Like what? She bought a plane ticket to the city where her ex lives. Cool, I said. Hope they are happy. You are heartless, she said. I am single by her choice, I replied. The ex-boyfriend move was pure manipulation. She wanted me to panic, beg her not to go, and fight for her. Instead, I blocked her on everything and went about my life. Here is update number 2. 2 weeks later, Ashley's downward spiral accelerated when her tactics were not working. The trip to see the ex-boyfriend was a total fabrication. She actually went to the house of her aunt 2 towns over and posted photos pretending to be in another state. Her cousin sent me a direct message with the truth because even her family was tired of the drama. But she was not done. Oh no. She hired a life coach, which was just her friend who took an online course to help her manifest me back. This coach, Chloe, actually contacted me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Chloe. Hi, I am working with someone from your past to clear negative energy blocks. Would you be open to a healing conversation about forgiveness? No, I replied. Closure is important for both parties, she wrote. Spiritual growth. I am closed spiritually, I wrote. And literally blocked. Then Ashley tried the mutual friends approach. She started showing up at every group event, acting surprised to see me there. Game night was at Brian's place. Oh, I did not know you would be here, she said. Brian had literally texted her not to come. Trivia night at our usual bar. What a coincidence, she said. She posted about going on her Instagram story. Beach volleyball on Saturday. The universe keeps bringing us together, she said. I left. I was not dealing with that energy during my me time. Each time she would corner someone to talk about our misunderstanding and how I overreacted to a joke, people started avoiding her. Brian told me she spent an entire party following different people, retelling the story, and getting more dramatic each time. Version 1. I made a joke and he threw me out. Version 5. I was expressing feelings and he made me homeless. Version 10. He planned this. He wanted me gone. It was probably another woman. There was no other woman, unless you count my video game console, which was getting a lot more attention now that I finally had some peace and quiet. The threat of a restraining order became very real when she started showing up at my workplace. She did not come inside, because she had already learned that lesson, but she would sit outside in her car, waiting for my lunch break. She was holding a sign that said, "Let us talk." Security noticed her. Human resources got involved. They offered to call the police. I said, next time. Next time turned out to be the very next day. The sign now said, "You cannot ignore love." The police were called. She received a formal warning. I filed for a restraining order. But the absolute peak of her entitlement came when she sent her new boyfriend to talk to me. Yeah, she found some guy named Tyler on a dating app, convinced him that I was the villain, and sent him to man up and confront me. This poor guy showed up at my front door, puffing out his chest. Tyler. You are Ashley's ex. Me? Yep. You threw her out over nothing, he said. She broke up with me, I explained. I agreed. She did not like that. She said you were abusive, Tyler said. Did she say anything about the restraining order? I asked. The what? I showed him the paperwork, the police reports, the doorbell footage of her throwing boxes at my house, and the screenshots of her admitting it was all a test. Tyler stood there processing the information. Then he said, Bro, I am sorry. I had no idea. She said you were stalking her, he added. Run, Tyler, I said. Run fast. Already am, he replied. Thanks for the heads up. He left. Ashley called me screaming within 10 minutes. I did not answer, but the voicemail she left was a chef's kiss. Apparently, I had ruined her chance at happiness and poisoned Tyler against her. Here is the final update. 1 month later, the restraining order was granted. Ashley had to stay 500 feet away from me, my home, and my workplace. The judge read through the evidence, the text messages, the doorbell footage, the police reports, and the witness statements from my gym and my office. He actually looked at her and said, Ma'am, you broke up with him. He accepted. Everything else is harassment. Ashley tried to argue that it was a miscommunication and that I knew she was joking. The judge asked why someone would joke about breaking up. Her answer was, to see if he really loved me. That is manipulation, not communication, the judge said. Order granted. But even that did not stop her immediately. She tried working around it. She sent letters through mutual friends. I returned them unopened. She had her mom call me. I blocked the number. She created fake social media accounts. I reported them. She showed up at places right when I was leaving, staying technically 500 feet away. The final straw was when she applied to work at my company. It was for a different department, but in the same building. Human Resources flagged the application immediately due to the restraining order. She threatened to sue for discrimination. Their legal team shut that down quickly. Through the grapevine, I heard about the aftermath. She lost most of her friend group when the full story came out. Jessica kicked her off the couch after the incident with Tyler. Her parents made her pay rent to live at home. She started court-mandated therapy after violating the restraining order. She lost her job for reasons unrelated to me. She was a no-show after the court date. The last attempt at direct contact was a letter from her therapist. It was an actual request from a therapist to help with her closure process. My lawyer responded that any therapeutic closure needs to happen without my involvement and within the bounds of the restraining order. 6 months later, life is peaceful. I have dated casually, nothing serious. I focused on my work and got a promotion. I am making gains at the gym without any drama. I replaced all of her decorative nonsense with things I actually like. My place looks like an adult lives here now, not a Pinterest board. I ran into her mom at a grocery store last week. It was awkward, but civil. I am sorry about everything, her mom said. Ashley is working on herself. Hope it goes well for her, I said. She knows she messed up with the testing thing, her mom added. I never taught her that. It is done now, I said. Moving forward. You are a good man, she said. She had a good thing. Had, I said. Past tense. Take care. And that is it. She tested our relationship by threatening to end it. I called her bluff by agreeing. She expected me to fight, to beg, and to prove my love through some grand gesture. Instead, I packed her stuff and moved on. The lesson? When someone threatens to leave to manipulate you, let them. If they wanted to stay, they would not threaten to go. And if it is a test, it is already a failure. My only regret is not doing it sooner. Those decorative pillows really were uncomfortable as hell. Oh, and Ashley. The last I heard, she is dating some guy who loves playing those relationship games. They test each other constantly. They break up every other week. It is a perfect match. Me. I am testing nothing except my new barbecue recipes and whether I can beat my personal record at the gym. Both are going better than any of her tests ever did.